Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Well, you guys may have not known it, but I've been on vacation for the last week, and all of my videos that you guys have seen were filmed at least a month ago. So, well, I'm back, and I don't have any videos in the can, so luckily, two people sent me some videos right away that I can get some content with, and... Well, one's a big one, one's a pretty good surprise. Package from my buddy Harley at West Coast Picks, and another lock from Jillian Latour. So let's go ahead and open up the small package first. I'll cut it open off screen here. Okay, so we've got a Corbin Russwin lock. Looks like a pretty new lock turned into a challenge lock. It's got the standard Russwin keyway that I like to see. A little tight going in. And it has a little bit of a tick to it when it turns, but the key does work, so that's what the important part is. And let's see here. She left a note with that one too. That's the Lattymore challenge. Named after Lattymore Hall at the University of Rochester. And it says, do not forward this lock. Kadoki. Alrighty, so I'll be sending this one back to you when I'm done with it, Jillian. But may not get it picked on video right now. Right now we're going to take a look at this big old package that Harley at West Coast Picks sent. And let's see here. I think I'm going to need a little bit more serious of a knife here on this one. This is one of the knives I made. It was actually made out of a railroad spike, but doesn't look like a railroad spike anymore. The customs tag on this gave it away, so I know what this is. But I will leave the surprise for you guys, because I was pretty surprised when this was brought up in a comment of one of his videos quite a while ago. And I think I can thank Bobby Keys for giving him the idea. But Bobby Keys also one of my great friends on YouTube. Alright, got that cut open nicely. Put that back in the sheath there. Okay. Well, we'll start off with what's on top. Okay. Well, what's on top is some challenge locks. So let's go ahead and just fold that flap out and pan down and show them to you. So I've got a Dirty Bird, and well, it is a focus bird. So that'll be a fun one. Let's see here. Ooh, nice bitting too. And a Yale style keyway. I should have a pretty good amount of fun in that. Got another one here. Are you one? Question mark. Okay. Should be a fun one. That keyway doesn't leave too many mysteries behind. I can get in that fairly easily. Let's see here. We got a... Oh, no! And that is a Schlage 6-pinner. Nice key. Let's see what this one is, because this one's all wrapped up. Now, I've got a lock that I need to send back to Harley, too. I just haven't sent it back to him because I'm waiting to send more stuff with it. Well, that might be a dead giveaway of what's in the box. Alrighty, so that is an extra cutter. So I got 3 challenge locks here. Whoop, wait a minute. 4 challenge locks here, and this one's the Bet by West Coast Picks, made out of a Welch. Somebody welched on a bet. Okay, I got some uncut keys here. Master Yale, American, Schlage, Quickset, Sergeant, and another Yale. So very good. A little selection of uncut keys. Because this cutting wheel right here just told you guys what's in the box. So give me a second to get it set out here. And Harley, I can't thank you enough, brother. I have not gotten one of these yet. And when you're trying to figure out who to give one away to, Bobby Keys threw my name up there. And I really appreciate both of you. But here is a functional key machine. I just got to get this one mounted on a board. And then that's pretty much all I got to do. It's got a cutter wheel right here. It's been used quite a bit, so it's a little bit dull, but this extra wheel is pretty darn sharp. Yeah, here we go. Here's the notch to get my alignment. The belt's good, and it's got a wire brush attachment to it. So yeah, this is an awesome little thing here. This is a little Dayton motor on it. Yeah, I'm impressed. So I'll be able to start cutting keys, and I can put away my little punch key cutter, because that thing is a pain in the biscuit to use. But I'll definitely be using these keys here to figure out the best way to use this thing. So Harley, I thank you very, very much, my brother. I really appreciate it, man. And now I've really got to get the ball going on getting something cool out to you. One thing I don't know about in Canada, and you can answer my question here, is can I ship a fixed blade knife to you? So that is the question of the day there. So go ahead and answer that to me in the comment, dude, and I'll send you one of my homemade knives with some more cool stuff for you to play with. I really appreciate this a lot. This is awesome. So, well, let me move it off to the side, and let me try to pick one of the locks you sent. Because we're only 7 minutes and 45 seconds into this video, and a lot of you guys know that I'm not afraid to have a long video. So, let's grab... Yeah, let's grab this guy. No. Yeah, I like the RU1 question mark. Yeah, let's go with that one. Open this bad boy up. Okay, so let's see. That top of that keyway is pretty wide, so I think I could stick a 50 thousandths pry bar in there with no problems at all. Yes, sirree. All right, and let's go with this pick here. This is a pick that my buddy Bobby Keys made for me a long time ago. He sent me some of his earlier picks, and I have used the holy hell out of this pick. It's gotten me into more locks than I think any pick up here. Okay, got a click out of 3. A little click out of 6. Let me tighten this down a little bit more. I'll click out of 2, nothing on 3, nothing on 4, nothing on 5, and nothing on 6. Let me tighten this thing down a little bit more because it's still wanting to rock on me. And we'll lighten up my tension here. Go back in. That was me sliding off of 1. Okay, nothing on 1. Nothing on 2. Clicks from 3, nothing on 4, nothing on 5. We'll click from 6. We'll click from 1. I'm actually going to have to use a slightly taller pick. So let's go ahead and grab one of my home brews. That was pin 2, pin 3. Okay, I think I went and overset something. Okay, I pushed up on pin 6 and it put me straight into a false set. So I think pin 6 might be a spool or a T-pin. I'm not getting any counter rotation out of it though, so let's go to 1, nothing. 2, counter rotation. There's a click. 3, nothing. 4, that was counter and a click. Still getting counter and a click. Okay, 5, nothing. 6, nothing. It's back to 1. That was a click. 2, nothing. 3 is sketchy. Very sketchy. Okay, so let's go back to the other direction again. I'm going to give it a little bit more tension this time. There's pin 2. That's pin 6. Pin 3. And not getting as much love going clockwise as I was counter, so I'm going to go back to counter with a little bit heavier tension. Okay, there's 6. Let me just go ahead and back it off and see if I can get another little click out of it. There we go. Okay, got another little click. So let's try the rest of them. We'll click from 1. Nothing on 2, nothing on 3. We'll click from 4, nothing on 5, and nothing on 6. This little click from 2, another little click from 2. Okay, dropped a few pins back down. Whew, man. This lock is no joke, but Harley's really good at making tough locks. I do have it at a spot now where everything's binding, so I need to switch back to that shorter hook. Okay, that was pin 4. That's some pretty strong counter rotation right there. So let me switch to a little bit more stout pick. Okay, got 1 click, got 2 clicks. Okay, I'm still in a false set, so I might be on the right track here. Nothing on 1, nothing on 2. Nothing on 3, nothing on 4, nothing on 5. I can't feel anything else. So let me go to the taller pick. So there's counter on 1. Okay, there's 1 little click. Okay, I think I got 1. There might be some counter milling going on in here because I'm having to manually walk some of these back. And I was getting some motion off of pin 4. So I'm going to actually try to get it with a different pick. Lost my false set. Kind of got it back a little bit. Little bit of trouble getting underneath the 6. Okay, so I dropped something back down when I released a little tension there. And that just seems sketchy to me, so I'm going to leave it. And just can't get that pick underneath there. pin 3, guys, is sketchy as hell. Very sketchy. And I just dropped more than 1 pin down. Okay, back into a super deep false set. I get absolutely no feedback from any pin. So I'm going to just take a gamble on pin 6 here. It flew up there, but I lost my false set. And this pick is starting to fall apart. I think I'm going to have to spend some more time figuring out what kind of stuff Harley's done to me here. Started to get some semblance of a false setback though. Okay, I'm back to that deep, troublesome false set, and maybe I just wasn't giving it enough, because I think it may have just opened on me. I gave it a little bit more attention. Yeah, sure, just opened. Hells yeah! Long-ass video, but you guys don't mind. You can listen to me yammer on about stuff. Alright, as I waste more time by go ahead and putting my tools up. That's the Jillian's lock. Alright, so I need my Phillips screwdriver. Man, that thing just fell open right there, and that's not a Phillips. There we go. Man, I can't believe I got that. All right, I did goof up a little bit and turn that around 180, but those are fairly easy to escape from normally. There we go. Since this is a West Coast Picks lock, I am most definitely going to be using a shim, but not that one. I'll use this one. Okay, that's all the way in, and we'll start with this follower here. Looks like there's some tricky stuff done there on 4, so we'll see. All right. Okay, there's our pins. Looking here. Definitely some kind of rotation right there on chamber 1. Chamber 2 is blank. Chamber 3 and 4 are blank. 5 has that funky cut in it, and 6 is threaded. All right, so let's take a look and see what pins West Coast Picks put in here. Very, very nice spool. That is a drunken serrated spool. It's got a copper spring. The first one had a steel spring. I've got a little bitty short standard. That's got a, if I could pick it up, it's got a steel spring. Oh, I got a pin and pin here in chamber 4. Very nice serrated pin and pin. It's nice to see that you haven't lost your touch on making some good pins there, Harley. Alright, I've got a nicely serrated little, double serrated like a miniature barrel pin. And I've got a very narrow spool, similar to the spool that's in chamber 1. And a spring that's either shy or doesn't want to come out. So let's go ahead and see if I can dig it out. It was just being shy, because there's our spring. All right, so looking in the top, I'm not seeing any mods. Don't see anything reflecting. I mean, it doesn't look like that's been taken off. So let's go ahead and look at these awesome pins in this lock that Harley made. Thank you very much, West Coast Picks. I really appreciate everything, man. And this key machine is going to help me out a ton. It is just awesome. All right, guys, I've got a little serrated here in 1, single serration, a nice deep spool, a single serration in 2 with a serrated wedding cake drunken spool. That's a lot to say in a pin's name, but it is pretty cool. A tall spool with a little short standard, a single serrated with a very nicely made pin and pin here, serrations on both the top and on the bottom, and it also turns into a T-pin. So I've got a very nice serration here on 5, and a very deep spool, and another nicely serrated, and another nicely serrated. Very nice. And I think, guys, what was holding me up there right at the end was probably the T-pin here. I could have been just barely riding on it, and when I gave it that extra tension, it just broke right over. So I think that's what was hanging me up there. And this has been a very long video, so thank you, Jillian, for sending me this. I really appreciate it. I'll get it picked as soon as I can. Harley, thanks again for that awesome key machine. Thanks for spreading the wealth around a little bit there. Yeah, that thing's going to come in real handy around here. And once again, thanks for Bobby Keys for sending out these Breast Cancer Awareness Month trays. And thanks again, Harley, for the spare keys and extra locks. But, man, I feel like I've hit the lottery here, even though I didn't win the Mega Millions or Powerball. Didn't even come close, by the way, because, well, the reason why I didn't come close, you got to play to win, right? All right. Anyway, folks, please stay safe. Don't do anything illegal. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, if you see a lock out there in the wild and you don't have a key for it, your friend don't have a key for it, or your family member doesn't have a key for it, and it ain't theirs and you don't have permission, it ain't yours, all this good stuff, just leave it the hell alone.